Okay, now I'm going to show you how to use BOSTEC VNC Scan Enterprise Network Manager. You can get that at vncscan.com or bostech.com, as you see up here in the corner. That's how you spell it. And we're going to deploy Ultra VNC to a Windows 7 box that's sitting out on the network, the one that we showed you in the previous video, which would be my daughter's. So we're going to choose this one, and first of all, we're going to create a new deployment profile, and we're going to choose Ultra 106 as the flavor, which is the Ultra VNC version 106, 1.0.6. Set a password for the VNC settings. Customize a couple of the settings to save the profile. So let's go and create a new profile. You do that by the VNC deployment and choose the profile editor. And we'll create a new one. Alright. We'll call this testing. If I can type. I can't type today. Okay, testing. There we go. And we'll choose Ultra 106. And let's set a password and let's choose a test one here. And let's look at some of these connection options. We'll breeze over these because we don't have time to go into all of these. But I was quick little look. This is where you can set some of the authentication settings, like who can connect to your computer and all that stuff, disconnect actions, and performance things. So let's click on performance options, and I want to pull the whole screen so that the screen doesn't get weird ghosting effects and stuff. It uses the CPU a little bit more, but you get a better screen when you do it. And you could choose to use encryption. That's for a whole different video, so I'm going to leave that unchecked. And same thing with Microsoft Authentication. I'm going to leave that unchecked for now because that's a whole other subject that we'll get into on how to handle this. It's generally pretty easy. You just check the box and go. But if you want to customize it, you can get pretty down and dirty. So let's just leave it the way that it is. And you can add some other custom stuff if you want to throw in some custom registry key changes, or you could just include a registry key file, with the thing. So there you go, and this key file would only be used if you're going to use encryption. It'll automatically fill in. So let's save this, and it's going to do its thing. And this is where it's going to ask you for authentication. So we'll choose yes. I want it to authenticate a bunch of times. This will go away. The many pop-ups for authentication for UAC will go away in future versions. It's using an older method of generating this profile. So there we go. Now we have the testing right here. So let's close it. And now what we're going to do is we are going to deploy the profile, and we are going to choose the driver and set the administrator username and password and deploy it. So let's choose EasyPC, VNC deployment, and let's deploy to selected. Now here we're going to choose our deployment profile that we just made. I just made testing, so we're going to choose that one. Leave this stuff, there because you're going to want to add it to the group. And let's check deploy the Ultra VNC video driver. That's going to speed up performance a little bit and make it so it's not such a hit on the CPU. And we're going to use administrative login credentials, and I'm going to choose a different administrator. And since it's not on a domain, I'm going to change it to host. And that's going to tell it to log on using the account local to that PC and not on a domain anywhere. So let's choose go. And what's happening now, kind of went out of the screen. And you'll see that it's this error right here means that I have already connected to that remote computer using a different username and password. Luckily for me, that other username and password is also an administrative user. Otherwise, I would be getting a whole sleuth of errors here. But since it is an administrative user, everything is going okay. That's another video we'll get into later as to how to troubleshoot some things like that. Windows networking has a lot of little snags like that that I can show you how to work around. So anyways, it's going to go out and deploy in this script. If you ever have any troubleshooting and you need to do, copy the output of this script by choosing mark like that and marking it all, and then choosing